It's really, really difficult.
Yeah. They're great runs, and I love the GDQ FF8 and 9 runs because they're like they do it as like a 4-person run, so like they'll each
Yeah,
take turns with the section. It's
yeah.
great.
This is Toju, Mutsuki, and Lozelbeheim.
Yeah, Mutsky and Lesboheim. Yeah, they're
Lesboheim.
like they do 8 and 9, but the Lesboheim does a blindfolded section. I think of both games maybe, and it's like the menuing is incredible. It's like the Symphony of the Night blindfold. It's really cool.
Oh my god, when they do like blind menuing,
Yeah.
like a lot of menuing,
Yeah.
it's like, how the hell did you memorize that? Like the memory.
Crazy.
Whatever part of the brain deals with memory, I think it's the cerebellum. Theirs must be fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean, you can memorize piano and stuff, like really, really long piano pieces. So it's possible. I'm not surprised.
It is possible. You have to be very, very gifted.
Alright, I need you guys to find me Animorphs.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
Just shut your whore mouth.
Animorphs? I love
Animorphs.
those books.
Animorphs was a dumb book, and then it became a dumb game. Alright? Hot take.
Like, at the time, I thought it was, like, the best thing ever, the books. But then when I sort of looked into it as an adult, I was like, the author had people ghostwrite it for her. Like, they were just, like, simple,
That's believable.
crappy books that they just cranked out. And then they made really terrible games based on them.
Dude, that Animorph speedrun where like the game just like fucking broke or something, I was appalled.
Wait, like the last one? The Game Boy Color game?
It was one of the GDQs where they did Animorphs, and it was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
I have a PC game, Fight
It was
the
like
Future.
Atari level.
Yeah.
Like Atari ET, like what the fuck is this game?
Oh, it's gotta be the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon-esque, I think.
Yeah, it's Game Boy Color. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
The Animorphs game, that's like really awful too. Maybe you just have an alien brain slug in your head that's telling you to say that.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all?
It's a vast conspiracy.
Of course the lizards are controlling this country. I mean, it's all about which lizards you allow into your brain, really, at this point.
Well, not to be confused.
It's a Republican lizard or a Democrat lizard. Like, take your pick. One of them's getting into your brain.
The lizard overlords. There's two sides. What about the libertarian? The lizardtarians?
Oh, we don't talk about those. They don't matter anyway.
The Green Party lizards. Oh my god.
Yeah, every time I think of the Green Party, I think of like The Simpsons and how much. Every time they do an episode on like American elections, it's like take all the opportunities to make fun of the Green Party. Where there's two aliens, Kane and Kodos, or I think those were their names. Yeah, they run for president, and they're like no, you. Yeah, he has to. Everyone has to choose between the two. And then he was like, "Go ahead, vote third party and waste your vote."
Yeah.
It's just like,
Also,
oh my god,
they're
it's too
enslaved
true.
at the end. Like, don't blame me. I voted for Kodos or Kodos.
Yeah. Yeah. As if that makes it better.
also, you know what's a great movie?
The
Space
Hand
Jam.
That Rocks the Cradle.
Lord of the
No,
Rings.
Wrath of Khan.
Babysitter's Club. So. Yeah, Wrath of Khan. Did you see the interview with what's his name on the subreddit? Someone linked it recently. The director. What the hell is his name again?
No idea.
Nicholas Meyer. He gave an interview about how he directed William Shatner and Ricardo Montalban in that movie, and just like
He's such a
he
legend.
basically, yeah, they fucking turned that shit around is what they did in that movie. But they were saying that he was saying that basically all the movies that he directs, even if it's sci-fi, it like ultimately takes place on Earth with humans, as in like he directs the people to act like if they're in any other setting, but it's just with like sci-fi, which is what Star Trek always has been, like a human like moral plays with a sci-fi like backdrop. But Angela, you need to get into that show.
I know.
The Next Generation.
How about you just direct me where to start?
Yeah, there's a curated list that skips some of the really shitty, like bad, shitty shit episodes.
Do you think it's worth it just to see the shitty ones, or like it's just better not even to
You
watch
could
it
just,
at all?
if you plan on watching every episode, then yeah, like to watch them because they have an interesting place in the pantheon. But I would say like with the Next Generation, the excellent episodes, there's some bad, but for the most part it's either like interesting sci-fi or like excellent sci-fi / moral play episodes interspersed.
I will torrent.
If you get
Go and
Netflix,
watch it. Just show me where to start.
you get Netflix?
I do have Netflix.
Yeah, it's all on there in HD.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Encounter at Farpoint. It's the first episode of Next Generation. The first and second season are kind of have its own tone. It's a little odd, but the writing staff and a lot of production things changed in season 3, and season 3 onward is where it really just picks up. But yeah, watch the early ones. It's a time capsule too for like late 80s sci-fi. We're watching a YouTube video of a guy who buys like broken video game stuff.
Is this that guy who his titles of his videos are always like, "I bought 32 broken Switches on eBay. Can I fix them all?"
No, he's not cringy.
Do you know that guy?
I think so, but yeah, I think I know who you mean.
There's so many videos titled the same way. I bought 50 PS3s on eBay.
Yeah.
Can I fix them all? Can I turn a profit?
It's that typical cringe YouTube, like gaming, the SEO.
I mean,
thing.
the content itself was alright, but like, man, clickbait.
Yeah,
title.
Metal Jesus does clickbait titles and clickbait thumbnails, where he does that like bulging eye, like distorted face thing.
Oh yeah, he does like the really like, he does like the YouTube face.
Hey, yeah.
YouTube thumbnail face.
They talked about that.
What a cringe factory.
Such a cringe factory. They talked about that at VidCon and how like the best thumbnails are ones which have like a dysmorphic face on them, and I was just like, kill yourself.
Yeah. Do it.
That was my response.
Killyourself.com.
Kill yourself. KYS. I put that in chat and left. Steven has exited chat. Steven has left the chat. Okay.
You guys ever watch the movie The Craft?
No.
But I know what it is. It's about witches. But I have seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
There you go.
Oh no. I can't. I'm gonna take it anyway, even though that was cringe.
I'm watching.
I made cringe on the screen. Sorry, guys.
Did it take a while to push him over there? It looked a little.
Yeah, I like fucked up the angle somehow. He like really messed me up. Whatever. It should have been like minus 15. It's okay.
Yeah, still in there.
That's what she said.
For what it's worth, I'm getting really good at just killing all the enemies in that area, like super quick.
Yeah.
Like much faster than usual.
It seems like it.
Then I'm saving time no matter what.
Okay, and
They should make a speedrunning TV show where a bunch of speedrunners have to like live in a house together for 2 weeks, and they all have to work on their speed game.
like no one would talk
And
to
it's
each
just
other.
it's kind of like the real world, except like with
Except
speedrunners.
much worse. In every conceivable way. I think
Basically, season 1 is gonna be all about Trihex and Caleb Hart, Proto Magical Girl, and Spike
they
Vegeta,
have to
I mean,
be.
and a
seriously,
few others.
Do they have to all speedrun the same game though? That would be it.
No. They're all speedrunning their respective games, but I'm
God.
imagining like dinner conversations where like everyone sit down and like tries to explain their strats to each other, but like nobody's interested in learning about other games, so everyone's just like pretending to be interested, and then like Caleb Hart just like smashes his plate and like glass everywhere because he's really upset about his times and he can't speedrun Mario 64.
God.
Oh my god.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that idea.
I feel like it would work out. Oh, and that guy from the I would really prefer if you be quiet. Like we'll have like a surprise where that guy would just wake up in the morning for like the morning meeting, and and that guy will be there at the table. He'll be like, "Oh, hey, I'm your new roommate." And then we watch the shenanigans too.
I feel like you couldn't assemble a worse, more boring group of people than them.
That's why it needs to be a TV show.
I would prefer it if you would be quiet. No, I wasn't actually going to say that. I would prefer it if they actually made them like have to do a bunch of challenges like Fear Factor and like make them be good at things other than playing games.
Oh, you mean like where they have to learn like how to play sports,
or like play dodgeball or something, or like something Fear Factory.
Oh yeah, I saw a video once where like this pro melee player was like invited by this like pro some sports guy, like or no, it was like a fitness guy, and like he had to like spend a day in the world of like fitness, so he had to do all these like training regimen. It was pretty funny because like it wasn't long before he was like doubled over throwing up.
Yeah, I mean that'd be anyone. Like that'd be me. And
yeah, realistically that would be me too.
it's like,
as I am also a gaming degenerate.
well, whatever. Can't all be great at everything.
Or can you?
That's what this show will prove. We would need to have like a mix of guys and girls speedrunners.
Yeah. Or you gotta have that female drama. Put a bunch of men and women into a room together for the drama.
Yeah, as in like we need to like make them go on dates too.
Oh my god, blind date speedrunning edition. I can't think of anything more satisfying.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh no. Now we're getting somewhere though. The idea that
Now this is the content people want to see.
yeah, like how about like eliminate
What?
speedrunners? Like that show or like that MTV Next. Well, except I wouldn't want them to be able to next each other. They'd have to go on a date. They'd have to.
90 Day Fiancé speedrunners.
Married at first sight. Speedrunner.
What?
Married at first sight.
No.
And they would both be trying to tell each other about their speed games on the first date. And then
yeah, specifically like the very first conversation they have. Oh, so what do you do? Well, have you ever heard of a game called
Master's Revenge?
Super Mario 64?
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I played it when I was like 4, I think. And then he's like,
Well, I speedrun Little Red Riding Hood Zombie Adventure or whatever that is on the DS. Zombie Barbecue for DS.
Oh.
So tell me about your favorite strat. Oh well, there's this one part where
4-2 is a pretty fun level. You know, it's got some cool mechanics.
there's like a boss.
There's like a frame perfect trick that's optional,
That
but it's like more swag if you get it.
It sometimes spawns, but then other times doesn't. Unless you ring this bell in an earlier part at a certain frame, it's just like something that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The early cycle is really like the biggest thing.
Oh god.
Did someone actually say that?
No. We're just memeing and pretending we're really cringy. It's like in real life.
I mean,
Well, at least that only applies to me.
you wouldn't be that far off.
I mean, my last relationship, I think I waited a year and a half to actually explain that what speedrunning is and like that I did it. It was like a while before I was like, okay, it's pretty serious between us. I think it's time that she knows the truth.
Yeah, the truth is that
And I just laid it
I
on
was
her.
once pregnant.
I'm actually permanently pregnant. It's a
I
condition.
believe that I'm pregnant at all times. Well, my last relationship. Oh, I hear an echo. I blame Alan. You hear an echo of me? Maybe not anymore.
I do not hear an echo.
Not anymore.
But it's probably Alan's fault anyway.
My last relationship did not appreciate video games at all. So, needless to say,
Rip.
Rip that urn. I was glad to give up that game.
Now that's a worthy reset.
Totally.
I'm glad you listened to chat and reset after the fiasco of a run.
Boy.
Yeah, just the thought of trying to explain to somebody who like doesn't even game at all, first of all, and then you try to explain speedrunning, and you. I admit that's a tough one. That's really hard to explain. Remember this game called Medal of Honor: Rising Sun? No. Well, you see, it's interesting because no one liked this game. But here I am, and I'm playing it for hours and hours a day. I'm trying to be the fastest one in the world to finish it from start to finish. And I think that's a worthy endeavor.
I mean, I understand.
Personally, I think it's good enough to put on my tombstone. Here lies YellowElevator. He went really fast.
Honestly, I know so many people, like just acquaintances and stuff, that have zero hobbies. Zero.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, no, it's
like
true. A lot of people just don't really have an interesting thing that they're passionate about, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Work doesn't really count. Like, if I meet somebody for the first time, and, like, the first question that they say is, what do you do for work? Or, like, what do you do? I'm just like, well, I do this. But I naturally try to steer the conversation somewhere else other than work. It is cool that people are devoted to, like, their careers or their line of work. They're passionate about that. Having a hobbies is really, really important for your well-being.
Yeah, I mean, work stuff. I don't know. Some people. I mean, I get.
I just don't identify with like workaholic type person.
I agree. I agree. I like.
I'm way more. Yeah, I'm way more invested in like my personal time off than I am like at work.
Yeah, totally.
Even if I really loved my job, like I can't imagine myself looking forward to going to work. I look forward to being home and doing all the things that I enjoy.
Yeah. And if you can find something that ticks off both things, then that's great. But as long as like it's tolerable, then you know, work is work.
Are you guys there?
You're echoing like, as in we're echoing on your thing, but now I can hear you.
Yeah, just switched my wireless.
Oh man,
and also my phone.
I'm not doing well.
You guys were talking about lots of shit, including hobbies. My hobbies include annoying the shit out of Angelo.
I'm alive.
He's a piece of shit. Alright, Angelo, I have two choices. I can either drink my Hefeweizen, or I could drink some Angry Orchard. What do you recommend?
Angry Orchard.
God damn it. Like, I need sugar before bed, you piece of shit.
Oh, that was super sloppy. I don't know how I'm alive.
These clutch health pickups, I know, I'm watching.
Jeez, yeah, I spent so much fucking time stopping for health.
I mean, Angelo, do you want me to tell you the real reason you're still alive?
Huh?
You believed in the heart of the cards. That's why you're still alive.
I do, Yugi, I believe.
Have you guys ever watched the...
At least that was fast.
Have you guys ever watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! VR chat thing?
No, what the hell is Yu-Gi-Oh! VR chat?
So, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! In VR chat with, like, cards and, like, even the wrist things. I forget what they're called. You know things they introduced in the show that could let you project, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Matches? Like, one-on-one without going to a stadium?
You wanna blow it? Be my guest.
Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about?
No, I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
I really don't.
Yeah. Did you ever play the games?
Shit, do I have enough grenades?
Oh, I never did.
Yeah, I do.
Then again, I think the Pokemon trading card game is decent. Everyone dislikes it, apparently. Go figure.
I love the Pokemon TCG video game and its unreleased Japanese sequel, I think are great. I like the card game and playing it. Collecting it, I got out of like a million years ago.
Oh no,
but...
I'm talking about the TCG card, like Game Boy Color game, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I said. I love that game and its unreleased Japanese sequel.
There was a Japanese sequel.
There was, yeah, Pokemon TCG 2 Great Rocket Attack. It's it improved upon everything from the first game, and they introduced like Team Rocket as an antagonist in a new island. It was really good. I watched a speedrun of it recently.
Wait, Team Rocket's wasn't introduced in Blue or Red?
I mean to say introduced into the TCG like.
Oh, universe. Okay.
Yeah. I think when people tell me, like, when people ask me, going back to like hobby stuff, I am like shamelessly proud of whatever my hobby is. Like, I think that people find it interesting, even if maybe they're just humoring me. Either way, I don't care. But like, it's better to be like your authentic self than like just, you know.
Yes. Don't ever put up a front around people or
Lord knows I don't.
a facade.
It's cost me dates before. So.
In my job interview for my current job, I remember like when I met my boss for the first time, we talked about like YouTube videos and like just what my hobbies are and just like a bunch of stuff, because you want to, and I know from like interviewing other people, like you want to work with someone who's like a real person and is interesting and does interesting things.
Wait, that was your job interview?
Because I mean, I had 7 interviews. It was one of them. I had 2 of them with my boss. One was on the phone and one was in person. We talked about work stuff, but like we talked a lot about like how that translates to my my own interests and things.
Okay, fair enough.
I do think some hobbies are better than others.
Yeah.
Like if you collect rocks, that's.
All right.
I think that's a little weird. I'm sorry if that's mean.
does take research and knowledge, and you know what I mean.
I think it's cool.
You're basically studying geology at that point, Angela.
Well,
You don't think that's cool?
if someone is collecting like healing.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! 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 No!
What's happening?
Don't shoot me! Don't you shoot me!
I hope he shoots you.
No, we're okay. We're okay. I'll pick up.
37 seconds ahead.
I got like somebody butted me with their rifle.
Oh whoa.
Like as I walked past him, I was like, shit. How did he know to do that?
Those melee attacks.
Yeah, god damn. These guys are gonna light me up too, so I'm gonna hold on.
I'm gonna pop in your stream a second because it went down a second ago.
Objective added. Kill Hitler.
I can hear every word my upstairs neighbor is saying.
Black Friday bundles. No?
What? I hear you.
Focusing. God. We're going fast now.
Hey, yeah. Hallway of Doom.
Realistically, I could probably save time on the disc swap if I used Wii instead of GameCube.
Really? With the eject mechanism? I wouldn't think that'd be as fast.
Maybe not. Then again, I haven't really tested it. Just because like the act of opening and closing the lid would be gone.
Right, but then
It's just
the eject would have to like take half a second to process.
yeah, it would take a second to come out. It's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to think of the movement of the disc actually sliding into the thing.
Yeah, I can't just throw it in there. It will like eat itself in.
Would you lose any respect for yourself if you just emulated this and played it?
No, I was telling Steve, emulating it would make it look a lot better for the viewers and for posterity, but there's just such a big difference in lag that it couldn't be comparable to a console. So if somebody else picks it up and runs it on console, you would have to run it in a separate category. I always, when I started speedrunning, I always had in mind to just use original hardware when possible.
Yeah.
Not that it makes it any more authentic, it's just, it's easier for people to compare their times if they don't have access to emulation. Not everyone has like a computer that could run Dolphin very well.
I had so there's two arguments I'm beginning with people this week. One about comparing. Well, one defending Final Fantasy IX.
You were defending it?
Because Final Fantasy VII Remake honestly feels like a mix of 10 and 9's battle system. You know?
I haven't seen like in what ways exactly. I mean, I thought it was more like Crisis Core.
Because they picked up something from 9 where it's like you gain weapon proficiency, but once you 100% that weapon proficiency, it's just a skill that can it's just a passive skill at that point. You can switch out weapons.
Yeah. That's
shit like
FF9.
that. Yeah. So.
That FF9.
But yeah, no, that and then Sony and Microsoft and others actually providing legacy support. People are like, "Oh, it costs too much money." I'm like, "You really think Sony doesn't have the money?"
Or to bring FF9? You mean HD or something?
No, just to provide legacy support for their old games.
Oh.
Physical and digital.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're
especially digital. I think if you buy the OG digital version of 7 on the PlayStation Store, should just go with every edition of PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, there's really not so many modern games that appeal to me so much that I have to have them anyway. Other than maybe Switch games, but anything on Xbox or PlayStation, I'm just really not super into. So I'll just always stick to the hard copies if I can. I like FF9.
I do too. And the speedrunning time for Xenosaga is 4 hours and 14 minutes.
Incredible.
How can people sit there for that long and plan a 4-hour run?
What do you mean? People do it. Dude, I just watched this dude 9-hour run 9.
That's insane. You have to be a madman.
Considering he's speedrunning in a suit, yes.
Why?
I don't know.
I want to be the maximum amount of comfy if I'm gonna sit there for that long.
I guess if you love the game so much that you don't mind just enduring the physical component of it, then...
Oh, he fucking tried, man. Tried to hit me with that shovel. Fuck out of here. Fuck your couch.
If you went to GDQ with this, would Alan be on the couch?
No.
Oh, I would so fuck with Angelo. Oh my god.
Yeah, it would make the
no.
cringe compilation.
Angelo's Italian. Look at this sweat, his pit stains right now as he's stressed out with this run.
Oh my god. It would be a new, I would prefer it if you would be quiet moment.
Yeah, it would be one of those.
Oh my god.
Angelo in his spare time likes to eat a block of cheese in between runs.
Who doesn't?
I do have a block of cheese in my fridge.
Yeah, it smells amazing.
It's like every beer I took out of Angelo's fridge that day smelled like cheese.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Who would I have on my couch? No, I would have you guys just to...
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Obviously, Alan would have to be on good behavior and not do any
they ban him.
off-color
They ban him
jokes.
prior to the event.
Yeah, I'm not sure he would last.
Also, do you remember that indie game Good Job that released
No.
there's speedrunning
came
for
out?
it already.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they shadow dropped it the
looked
day they
cute.
announced it. But yeah, there's actually speedrunning for it. Someone supposedly beat the solo campaign in 23 seconds today.
Oh.
How is that possible? How do you 23-second a game?
Oh, you gotta ask him.
You glitch that you got like a lot of money or something? I don't know.
Is this a gold? No, it's not. Fuck. 2 seconds off. Will I ever get a gold again?
It says gold.
Alright, focus time. Stop talking.
Perfect Dark Xbox LA, Xbox Live Edition or whatever? Xbox Live Arcade. Angelo, so they have separate speedrunning categories now for like digital versions of games?
Probably.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like Perfect Dark Xbox Live Arcade. This is nuts.
Yeah. Every time you port a game, you have to deal with issues like loading times, lag. If it's different at all, if it's not the same timing, then it has to be in a separate category. For older games like NES, usually emulation is pretty much the same. So if you want to do runs on, let's say, the NES Classic,
Oh god.
as long as you like put it down that you used that to run it on, pretty sure you can compare it pretty easily to like a real run on real hardware.
We're speedrunning Symphony of the Night on Xbox 360.
Yeah, the 360 port, you know, is different, so you have to take that into account. There are minor differences.
Plus the controller too.
Yeah.
Their advantage comparatively.
There's always going to be pros and cons.
Super Mario 64.
An interesting conversation about Mario 64 is the weird split. Like most games, if there's a faster version out there with like less lag, usually people will run that instead. Like it's a no-brainer. And unless it's Mario 64, the community split a long time ago because so at the time when like Americans were basically running the game separately from the Japanese, Americans were all using Wii Virtual Console, which has much better, much less lag than the original console does. But then when they were comparing times to the Japanese, it wasn't quite fair to compare it like one-to-one.
Yep.
And all the Japanese players were using N64 and actually developed strats around the lag. Like they have lag reducing techniques that they do. So since it's like part of the strategy, everyone decided N64 was going to be the real, if you want to run it competitively, that was going to be the real platform you would choose.
And I know the Shindo version fixed the bugs that they exploited.
Yeah, so you can't use that either. You'd have to use American or JP or whatever.
The Wii...
But it's crazy, like every other community, if there's an official release that's faster, that would be the new one that everyone would get.
The Virtual Console did that for a lot of games, actually. A lot of...
Yeah. Even Ocarina of Time, like certain categories would be way better on VC for whatever variety of reasons. A lot of bugs kind of work in its favor. Like things that would crash on N64 don't crash on VC, so it's like a weird You gotta take these things into account. Unfortunately for Mega Man Legends, you know, the version of the game that has the most competition and considered to be the official one is the PlayStation version. The PC port is a buggy mess that has a broken in-game timer, so like that automatically just doesn't count. And the N64 version has such poor sound and graphics compared to Legends that
stripped down.
Yeah, it's so stripped down that people don't even use it.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, growing up with it, I don't mind so much the graphics and stuff, but and the loading times are fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cannot quit.
Resident Evil 2, same thing.
Yeah. The loading times are just too. Alright, gotta focus.
Got it. He's focusing.
I got it first try.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
I'm watching it line up now. I was like, oh, I bet he's gonna.
Fucking practice pays off, man. Holy shit.
Good shit.
Oh my god. Fucking weight off my chest.
That
Thank
was
you,
a weight
God.
off your chest?
That fucking jump.
That was the run killer the last time. Well, 2 times ago.
Been the wrong killer. Yeah.
It was a spoiler alert. I was like waiting with bated breath. And then you were like, I got it. It was delayed.
Oh, get away.
What is even the point of the compass in the bottom left? It like doesn't show any sort of map.
It's pointless.
Yeah. It's like just a health meter.
I've never used that compass.
It's like you can't even tell which way you're supposed to go.
Alright, first half done.
Ooh.
We're looking at getting a low 48 space. Alright. Keep it together. Focus.
Yep, you got it.
Try to get in the right headspace. It's good that this thing is here to like help me relax for a minute.
Yeah. The cutscene.
Oh, that's a cutscene.
But I assure you, one day the
The
war
in-game
will come
cutscene.
back to haunt you, and Japan will rise again.
Hmm.
There is something very familiar about you, Yankee scum. Is it possible that you have a brother?
Disembodied chair.
Nothing to say? Then I shall pay a visit to my other American prisoner and see if his tongue is as resistant as yours. Only I will not be as gracious a host as you have seen here today. Tanaka! No, Dad, no!
Ah, here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Say goodbye, American fool. This is as close to your brother as you will ever get.
Oh, 48-16.
Woo.
You did it.
GG.
Gold split.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes!
Congrats.
Oh my god. Fuck yes. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, bro. Oh my god. Done.
That was a great level.
It is fucking done. That was fantastic,
Yeah,
man.
very good,
Minus
dude.
54.
Ah, that was good.
Almost a minute better. Oh my god. Fucking finally, it's done.
Keep slaying the game.